This video is for educational purposes only and does not constitute professional medical advice. Please consult with your doctor or a qualified healthcare specialist before starting any new vitamins or supplements mentioned in this video. Use of this information is at your own risk. Imagine standing in front of a mirror and watching a version of yourself that feels increasingly like a stranger. You eat the chicken breast, you buy the expensive steaks, and you follow the protein equals muscle mantra that has been drilled into our heads for decades. Yet, despite your best efforts, your arms look thinner, your legs feel heavier, and that vital spark of strength seems to be evaporating. This is the white death of muscle, a silent, invisible erosion that begins the moment you cross the threshold of 60. It is a biological betrayal that no one warns you about. You aren't just getting older, you are experiencing a total systemic shutdown of how your body perceives nutrients. Welcome to EldraFit Nutrition. It's a pleasure to have you with us today. We are here to peel back the curtain on the metabolic myths that keep seniors weak and dependent. The chilling reality is that after 60, your body undergoes a transformation called anabolic resistance. Think of your muscle cells as a high-security vault. In your 20s and 30s, the door was wide open. You ate protein, and the body rushed it into the vault to build strength. But now, the lock has been changed. The protein arrives in your bloodstream, but the vault remains sealed. The signal to grow has been muted. When you force-feed your system with heavy animal proteins, you aren't building muscle. You are creating metabolic waste. Your aging stomach no longer produces the hydrochloric acid or the specialized enzymes required to shatter the complex, ironclad bonds of meat fibers. Instead of being transformed into the building blocks of life, that meat sits in your digestive tract, slowly fermenting and triggering systemic inflammation. This inflammation, in turn, sends a signal to your brain to break down even more muscle tissue. It is a terrifying, self-perpetuating cycle of decay. If you continue down this path of brute force nutrition, you are not just wasting money, you are inviting a future of frailty, falls, and a loss of independence. You are starving in a land of plenty because your digestive system has effectively retired from the heavy lifting of processing meat. But there is a hidden path, a way to bypass this resistance and force the vault door open using precision biology rather than sheer volume. Before we reveal the ancient foods that act as a master key for your muscles, please take a moment to subscribe to EldraFit Nutrition. Your support is what allows us to continue researching and bringing these life-changing scientific insights to the world. By joining our community, you are taking the first step toward reclaiming a body that works for you, not against you. Now, I want you to look honestly at your own life and think about this deeply. Please answer the following question in the comments below. Do you feel that the protein you eat today gives you more energy, or does it leave you feeling heavy, bloated, and no stronger than before? I feel stronger and energized. B, I feel heavy, bloated, and my muscles still feel weak. Please type A or B in the comments. Our team reads every single entry because understanding your experience is the first step toward your total transformation. Once you accept that the old rules of nutrition have failed you, the path to reconstruction begins. We are moving away from the brute force method of eating meat and toward pre-digested precision. This is where the wisdom of 1,000 years meets the cutting-edge science of the 21st century. To fix a crumbling building, you don't just throw more bricks at it, you fix the mortar. For a body over 60, that mortar is the health of your digestive lining and the bioavailability of your protein. The first master key, ranked at number 5, is miso. This isn't just a salty soup from a Japanese restaurant. It is a pharmaceutical-grade delivery system for aging bodies. When soybean protein undergoes the long, patient process of fermentation, a miracle occurs. The bacteria do the work that your tired stomach can no longer manage. They break down complex proteins into tiny, pre-chewed amino acids and peptides. Research indicates that the protein in miso is absorbed up to 12 times more efficiently than unfermented sources. For a 60-year-old with declining enzyme output, this is the difference between starvation and survival. Furthermore, miso is a rare source of vitamin K2. While the world obsesses over calcium, they forget that without K2, that calcium ends up in your arteries, turning them into stone rather than in your bones. Miso ensures that the nutrients you consume are directed exactly where they are needed, your skeletal frame. As we move deeper into the reconstruction of your strength, we reach food number 4, genuine, slow-simmered bone broth. Do not confuse this with the salty, watery liquid found in cardboard boxes at the supermarket. Real bone broth is the result of a 24 to 48-hour extraction process. After 60, the integrity of your gut lining, often called the second skin, begins to thin. This leads to leaky gut, where toxins enter your bloodstream and trigger the very inflammation that melts your muscles away. Bone broth is rich in gelatin and collagen peptides that act like a soothing balm, sealing the microscopic holes in your digestive tract. It provides the glycine and proline necessary to rebuild the connective tissues that hold your muscles to your bones. Think of bone broth as the ultimate anti-aging serum for your internal organs. It bypasses the need for heavy mechanical digestion, allowing the amino acids to slide directly into your system. When your gut is sealed and your proteins are pre-digested through fermentation, the anabolic resistance we spoke of earlier begins to crumble. You are no longer fighting your biology. You are working in harmony with it. These two foods create the internal environment required for the top 3 foods to perform their magic. Without this foundation of a healed gut and highly bioavailable nutrients, even the most expensive supplements in the world are just passing through you. We are shifting from a state of internal decay to a state of focused cellular rebuilding. This is the moment you stop the white death of your muscles and start the resurrection of your vitality. Many of you believe you are doing the right thing by eating a large raw salad every day. You think you are fueling your body with the pure, untouched life force of plants. But for the digestive system of someone over 60, a raw salad is often not a gift. It is a biological burden. Those vibrant green leaves are encased in a tough, rigid wall of cellulose, a microscopic fortress that your weakening stomach acids and declining enzyme levels can no longer effectively penetrate. When you consume raw greens at this stage of life, you are essentially asking a tired, aging engine to process heavy-duty, unrefined fuel. Most of those expensive nutrients pass right through your system, leaving your cells starving for minerals, while your digestive tract becomes irritated and bloated. The ancient secret to unlocking the true power of plants lies in the sacred marriage of heat and healthy fat. When you gently cook dark leafy greens like kale, spinach, or Swiss chard in a generous amount of extra virgin olive oil or ghee, you are performing a chemical miracle. The heat softens the cellular walls, making the nutrients accessible to your gut, while the fat acts as an essential biological carrier for fat-soluble vitamins A, K, and E. Without that fat, these vitamins remain locked away, largely useless to your brain and your bones. In older adults, this simple shift in preparation can increase nutrient absorption by up to 500%. But the benefits reach far deeper than just vitamins. These greens are the world's most potent source of natural nitrates. In a younger body, blood flow is effortless and automatic. After 60, your arteries often become less responsive, narrowing the pathways to your vital organs. Nitrates are converted by your body into nitric oxide, the master signaling molecule that tells your blood vessels to open up and breathe. By eating cooked greens daily, you are effectively irrigating your muscles and your brain. You are ensuring that oxygen and the vital amino acids from your other foods actually reach their final destination rather than being wasted. Research from world-class longevity institutions has shown that seniors who choose cooked greens over raw salads have significantly better muscle oxygenation and sharper cognitive clarity. This is the difference between a garden that is parched and one that is thriving. It is not enough to eat healthy in a general sense. You must eat in a way that your aging biology can actually utilize. This is the art of precision nutrition, where a simple pan and a drizzle of oil become the tools for your physical resurrection. As we move higher into the hierarchy of nutritional power, we encounter a food that most modern people ignore in favor of expensive, heavy steaks, yet it holds a biological advantage that meat can never hope to replicate. This is the whole sardine, eaten with its soft, edible bones intact. To the uninitiated, it is just a small, humble fish, but to a person over 60, It is a complete pharmaceutical-grade survival kit. The greatest enemy of your strength in these later decades is not just a lack of protein. It is a devastating phenomenon researchers call inflammaging. This is a state of chronic, low-grade inflammation that acts like a slow-burning fire deep within your tissues, quietly melting away your muscle mass and eroding the integrity of your joints. While conventional meat can often add fuel to this inflammatory fire, sardines are packed with the most bioavailable forms of omega-3 fatty acids, EPA and DHA, which act as a powerful, natural fire extinguisher for your internal systems. The true magic of the sardine, however, lies in what scientists call its natural matrix. When you eat the soft bones of a sardine, you are consuming calcium, phosphorus, and vitamin D in the exact synergistic proportions that nature intended for bone and muscle health. Most seniors rely on isolated calcium carbonate supplements, which the aging gut struggles to absorb and which often end up causing dangerous calcification in the heart and arteries. The calcium from sardine bones is fundamentally different. It is recognized by your body as a native building block, not a foreign object. It moves directly into your skeletal structure to combat osteoporosis, while the high-quality protein and omega-3s work in tandem to prevent the mechanical breakdown of muscle fibers. Clinical studies have proven that the combination of protein and healthy fats found in small fish like sardines is significantly more effective at preserving muscle mass in older adults than animal protein alone. This is because these specific fats improve the internal signaling pathways that tell your muscles to grow and repair, even in the presence of age-related resistance. Choosing sardines over a steak is not a sacrifice of taste. It is a sophisticated choice for someone who values their mobility, their mind, and their future. It is a conscious decision to douse the flames of internal decay and provide your body with the high-octane, anti-aging fuel it has been desperately screaming for. We have reached the pinnacle of nutritional wisdom, the undisputed champion of human longevity that has been hiding in plain sight for millennia. While the modern world is obsessed with the rapid, aggressive delivery of animal protein, the longest-living populations in the world, those in the legendary blue zones who thrive well into their 90s and 100s, have a different secret. They do not rely on the heavy, inflammatory burden of meat. They rely on slow-cooked lentils and legumes. For the person over 60, this is not just a food choice, it is a metabolic necessity. As we discussed, your body now suffers from anabolic resistance, a state where the spike of amino acids from a steak is so sharp and fast that your aging tissues simply cannot catch it. It is like trying to fill a delicate glass with a fire hose. Lentils, however, offer a slow-release amino acid profile. They provide a gentle, sustained flow of nutrients that perfectly matches the slower pace of your senior metabolism. This drip irrigation of protein ensures your muscles are fed for hours, not minutes. But the power of the humble lentil goes even deeper. They are packed with resistant starch, a unique fiber that escapes digestion in the small intestine to reach your colon. There, it feeds your beneficial bacteria, which transform it into butyrate, a short-chain fatty acid that is the ultimate protector of your gut lining and a powerful suppressor of systemic inflammation. This is a benefit that no animal product can provide. When you soak these legumes overnight and simmer them until they are creamy and tender, you are unlocking a treasure trove of folate, potassium, and magnesium, the very minerals your heart and muscles crave to stay vibrant. This is the ultimate shift, from the violence of brute force nutrition to the elegance of biological precision. One bowl of lentils a day is the single most impactful habit you can adopt to ensure your strength remains unshakable as you age. As we close this discussion, I want you to take a deep breath and realize that you are not a victim of your age. You are merely a pilot who needs to learn how to fly a different aircraft. The strategies we have explored today, from the gut-healing enzymes of miso to the slow-burning power of lentils, represent a fundamental shift in how we perceive the aging body. For too long, we have been told that getting older means getting weaker, and that the only solution is to eat more of the same heavy foods that served us in our youth. But the science is now clear. After 60, efficiency matters more than quantity. Your body no longer responds to the sledgehammer of a high-meat diet. It responds to the surgical precision of nutrient-dense, bioavailable, traditional foods. The deep lesson here is that longevity is not found in a laboratory or a bottle of expensive supplements. It is found in the kitchens of our ancestors, in the slow simmer of a pot, and in the understanding that our internal environment requires a gentler, more thoughtful approach as we mature. The path to unshakable strength at 60, 70, and beyond is paved with foods that support your digestion rather than exhausting it. It is about removing the internal friction of inflammation and replacing it with the smooth flow of bioavailable nutrients. Your application of this knowledge starts tonight. You do not need to change everything at once. Simply pick one of these 5 pillars, perhaps a warm cup of bone broth or a side of cooked greens, and make it a non-negotiable part of your daily ritual. Listen to your body. Notice the decrease in bloating, the subtle return of energy, and the way your muscles begin to feel supported rather than strained. You are reclaiming your independence, one bite at a time. This is the journey of EldraFit Nutrition, moving from survival to thriving. Which of these 5 traditional foods do you feel would be the easiest for you to incorporate into your diet starting tomorrow? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Your perspective helps others in our community find their own starting point. And if this information has opened your eyes, please subscribe to EldraFit Nutrition. Your support gives us the motivation to keep fighting the myths and bringing you the truth about your health and longevity. I look forward to seeing you in our next discussion.